Yes, please.
But please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of a review petition, Lordship. We have filed it on 21/1/2023.
Which bench?
Lordship, this bench, Lordship.
Next week, next week.
Next week.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Lordship. Yes, please, Your Lordship. Lordship, yesterday I have made a mention regarding.
Made a mention.
Yes,
About what?
regarding listing of review petition.
Review petition.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay. It was passed by which bench?
Lordship, division bench.
Justice? Who are the judges? Names of the judges? Do you remember?
Yes, Justice Chaya and Sumitra Saikya.
And Justice?
Justice Sumitra Saikya.
Okay. So you have filed it.
Yes, Lordship.
What is the urgency?
Urgency, Lordship, I'm the flat owner, and then I have purchased a flat from a private respondent. Then private respondent subsequently, by fraud, mortgaged the flat to a bank or to a respondent bank. Then the respondent bank, after knowing that I am the flat owner, have issued a notice under SURFACE Act.
Okay.
Then, Lordship, I'm neither the borrower nor the guarantor.
Huh? Sorry, near
I'm
the.
neither the borrower nor the guarantor of a
Okay.
fraud.
So what the bank? So what is the position today? As on date, what is the position? The bank wants to take possession of your flat.
Yes, Lordship.
And what did you tell the bank?
That I'm the owner of the flat.
Then what did the bank say?
The bank, they have issued a notice.
When it was issued? Notice was issued when?
Lordship,
This month or last month?
Lordship.
This month or last month? The
Yes.
notice was issued to you to vacate. Huh? To vacate.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay. This month or last month? Last month. You don't remember.
I don't
Then
know.
what did you say anything to the bank? No.
No. The bank, they have also like tried to evict me before.
They try to evict
Yeah.
you. Okay. Okay. Then we'll hear on Monday.
Monday.
Huh? Monday.
Daily list for motion, item 1.
May I speak, Lordship, long occasions, Your Lordship directed the bank to ascertain my personal belongings which were left out.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm praying for 1 week time. We will file a affidavit.
Okay, don't do whatever you want, but don't touch the belonging. If you touch the belongings, you will be penalized.
As per my instruction, there are no personal belongings with us.
Very well.
Of the petition. We'll file our affidavit, Lordship.
Suppose you said there is no belonging. He said there is a belonging. Who will verify then? Will you fight? No, obviously.
No, my
you
lord,
can't.
they have already disclosed that there is the articles.
What is that?
Yes, my lord, I am just pointing out. If Your Lordship go to, when we file a writ petitions against the challenging that auction,
Yes.
my lord, page, if Your Lordship go through page 116,
Yes.
is written. Para 7, my lord. That before taking, this is their affidavit. They have filed before this honorable court. That before taking the possession, the respondent bank wrote to a district magistrate Kamrup seeking assistance for taking possession of the property in the SURFACE Act. Pursuant to such the application, the district magistrate filed order dated 29/17 granted permission for assistance. While taking the possession, proper inventory was taken. That is sufficient.
Okay, this inventory, is it mentioned? No. Is it in the document? What
Yes,
kind of inventory?
yes, I have given my list, my lord.
What is it? No. Not. But did they mention anything?
No. They have not disclosed it. That is
Okay.
my lord.
No. But then no. Acha. And what is 131? Page 131 by you.
131. Just your lordship. Yes, yes, this is not mine. This
But
is my belongs.
gold jewelry also.
Gold and jewelry, because I.
But you have not mentioned, quantified the gold jewelry.
But they have-
Video camera 1, ancestral puja 11, gold was 3. Gold jewelry, suitcase big size, air conditioners 8, television 4, laptop 3, sofa set 4. Okay, anyway, they mentioned, huh?
Yes.
So, so what is your, right now, what do you want? What do you want?
I want that my property should be returned back to us because they have already auctioned that property.
Auction of property. Has anybody taken possession of the
Yes,
property?
yes, they have already dismantled the building.
The property was sold last year and sales certificate also been issued.
Now, so property were already dismantled it. I have to.
Along with that, all this gold watch also.
Everything they have taken out.
Gold watch also.
Everything. That's what
By
I'm-
crane, by what? JCB, they have taken out.
I don't know how they have taken out, but they have taken out my possessions belong. They didn't inform me.
Now it becomes, Mr. C, while taking possession, proper inventory was also taken. You see, what is your name?
A Dhanuka Road.
Mr. A. Teluguba will furnish before this court on the next date details of the inventory which was taken by the bank at a time of taking possession of the flat or what?
Flat.
Of flat is or what?
Building,
Of the building,
Mm.
of the building, as mentioned in para 7 of the affidavit filed by the respondents on
On
of the respondent bank, respondent IDBI bank on
6 May 2019.
in WPC number 1183 of 2019.
Yes,
Huh?
my lord.
Okay, you produce it. We'll see that. List the matter again on when?
After we got.
After a week. Oh, after a week. Direct,
Can you please say date, my lord?
yes, give a date after 2 weeks.
Yes.
After 2 weeks.
28 February 20.
20. My lord.
For admission, item 2.
June money. What is this June money?
My lord, the matter will be taken up for some time, my lord. In this matter, the talks of mutual settlement are going on, your lordship.
Okay.
Has-
Settlement going.
Okay, ready to divide it, my lord, as per your lordship.
Okay, what is your name, Mr.?
I will, my lord, Mr. P. Monta appears, my lord.
Okay, oh, some settlement going on.
Settlement, there was some talk of settlement, my lord.
So what do you
But
want to tell us?
according to the petitioner, it was not equitable, my lord. That's
Okay.
it. Well, what has happened, my lord?
About this is what? Why you are there? You are Mr. Kumar. Why you are standing here? You are for who?
I have for the wife. Miss,
You are for the wife.
there are
Second wife.
two widows, my lord.
Oh,
Her marriage was dissolved in respect of by the.
oh, you are the first wife, second wife.
First wife.
You are the second wife.
Yes, my lord. What has happened in this case? Just a brief, my lord.
Yes.
There is a settlement going on. The first wife marriage was dissolved as per customary law. And my lord, the main contention of the first wife is that under the since they are both Hindus, the marriage should be dissolved in by the Hindu law. We can't follow the customary law. But and the second ground of her was that there is no notice served on the dissolution of the marriage and all. But so far that area is concerned, since both are tribal, the customary law will prevail, and there is a division bench judgment of this honorable court that in respect of the Dimasa and all those customary law in case of marriage will follow. Now, after that, my lord, I get married with the deceased, and my marriage is done by customary law, and after the customary law, I get it registered under the Special Marriage Act. Now, another contention is raised by them that I can't marry the deceased because I had a husband there. But my first husband marriage was also dissolved as per customary law, which is the prevalent in the area. Now, out of the marriage, my lord, from the first marriage of the petitioner, my lord, they have one son and one daughter. Both of them are major. And so far from the second marriage is concerned, my lord, I have one daughter. And before, at the time, my lord, when she deserted her husband, she left both the children with me. I took care of all of them. But after the death of my husband, the elder, initially when I filed this petition, the elder daughter was staying with me. But later on, my lord, during the pendency of this petition, my lord, she shifted to her mother's place. Then we are given we are asked to file an affidavit. Then we filed an affidavit stating the correct fact that yes, initially during the entire period of her childhood, she was staying with me, but after that, she has shifted to her mother. So now there are, say, 5 members are there. And out of them, the son, in case of pension, only one person will be entitled for the pension.
No. Right now, let us not talk of son and daughters. So long as the mothers are.
Exactly, exactly. My
Yes.
point.
Don't done that.
Yes. So now son, mother, and
So
all.
right now, when he died,
Now there are 2 widows.
2 widows. When he died, your husband,
11/4/2018.
So
Don't
there are
write
2 widows, my lord.
and
So
after that, nobody has got any pension right now.
No. So what
No, my lord,
now
I'll
we
clarify.
have thought about
After-
it's
I'm sorry,
for you better.
I'm sorry.
Better matter. So now on the last day, my friend has given a suggestion
Yes.
that since there are 2 widows,
Yes.
so this pension or means the pension should be divided equally between both the widows, and there is a provision in the Pension Act. But initially, when this matter came up, there was also a suggestion that by the order of this honorable court, since pension can be paid to only one person, so being the second or legally wedded wife, the pension was deposited in my account, and I was asked to distribute between the first wife, my child, and the unmarried daughter. But that, my lord, the arrangements, they are not agreeable to it. So they are only agreeable to it that this pension should be divided 50% between both the widows, because there is a apprehension of them that my daughter is now 21 years. So after she gets married, this share will decrease. It's only a matter of some 1,000 rupees and all. So I have given a thought over it, and I have also conveyed to my client. So without going into all these technicalities and all, I think one of the best possible way out is that both the widows should be happy. Since my minor daughter is there, and yesterday I talked with her, she was initially not very reluctant to accept it because she's saying that her marriage to customary law se टूट गया है, तो कहाँ से उसको पैसा दें? But I said that prevail over her and said that, see, you are now getting around, say, 32 lakhs and odd deposited in the account. And out of that, the deceased had a loan of around 6.5 lakh. Now, even then, they will have around 24-25 lakh in their kitty. So if it is divided equally, so each will get 12 lakhs. Instead of getting no money for all these years, you will get 12 lakhs. And the monthly pension also you distributed between both the widows. I think that was also the suggestion given by my learned friend. I conveyed it. I think that is the best possible way to resolve this issue without going into the technicalities of the customary marriage or whether the first marriage was legally dissolved and all. That's my proposal, subject to acceptance of the other party.
On the last occasion, my learned senior friend had suggested that there should be a portion to the sons and daughters. So I had objection to that manner because
Now
Accepted.
kindly. Well, there was a order passed in a miscellaneous application filed in this writ petition, my lord, wherein there was a submission made. That my daughter was also living with the daughter of.
That was initially.
Doesn't matter, now
Just-
Yes.
In pursuant to that order, my lord, all the pension and DCRG has already been released by the department.
No, I will give half of them.
How he saying?
They will give my-
Second.
give my
Yeah,
account.
what is the problem?
Yes,
Fine,
in
in
that
the
way, my lord,
lordship, we get in the order.
subject to what your lordships say, my
I
lord,
think
that the pension, my lord, pension and all the pensionary benefits should be divided equally with both the 2 widows. And insofar as the monthly pension is concerned, my lord, lordship, there should be a direction to the bank, my lord.
Yes, that is what we are
that
thinking.
The bank should.
Because the bank, this will be a judicial order, the bank will automatically, the moment
Yes.
cling is there,
Yes.
then it will be cling.
Yes.
The bank will do cling. Yeah,
Instead of-
one.
instead of going to-
I will be satisfied with my client would be
Huh?
satisfied, my lord, if it is divided.
Hey, do
equally.
that.
But my lord, the money has already been deposited. That's
Doesn't
Yes,
matter,
I-
he will do
I-
that.
I
Absolutely.
said not to
Yes,
spend. She
yes.
got 5
Dekho. Dekho, hard Mr. Mohanto Lane counsel for the appellant. You are the appellant,
No, I'm the petitioner, my lord.
the petitioner.
Petitioner.
Then shall we close the petition?
Yes,
Is
sir.
there anything else subsisting? No.
there's
Okay.
nothing.
Hard Mr. Mohanto Lane counsel for the petitioner house, also Mr. Kumar Lane senior counsel appearing for respondent number. You have for call respondent number 6, assisted by Mr. Arkul,
Mary
Mr. or
Jo
Mrs.
Pui.
Miss,
M. Jomo Pui.
come forward. We can't hear anything. Huh? M?
Jomon Pui.
Okay. M. Joman Pui. Lane counsel for the respondent number 6, as well as Mr. Talukdar, huh?
RK Talukdar.
RK Talukdar for
Respondent number 3.
respondent easy, huh? Respondent number 3. And also perhaps Honikor for standing counsel NC Hills. Also Mr. Huh? B. Sharma.
Okay.
Okay. And you are applying for whom?
I was invited, man.
Huh, sir?
There is an order. NC Hills.
You are for NC Hill. You also NC Hill.
No, the government.
Oh, government. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. The the dispute in this petition is between two women claiming to be wedded wife of one. What is the name?
Alice
Alice
Bathari, my lord.
Alice Bathari, who was working as a
UDA PWD, my lord.
in
Upper
PWD
NS division, Karimganj.
Karimganj. In view of the agreement arrived at between the parties, it may not be necessary at all to go the detailed facts, background facts of the case. Suffice to say that the parties have mutually agreed to bury all differences as to who is a properly legally wedded wife or not, or whether that the separation or divorce of the writ petitioner was valid in the eyes of law. In MHS, both have agreed that the retirement and other pensionary benefits in respect of the said Alice Bathari would be shared equally between the writ petitioner and the
Respondent number 6.
respondent 6. It has been full stop. Under the circumstances, accordingly, in view of the aforesaid agreement arrived between the parties, this petition is disposed of with the following directions. Number 1, any amount which have been received by the respondent number 6.
Madam, may I pause?
Already received.
Madam, already received.
This-
What the
In
bank
her
is
account.
doing, there is the bank, the.
No, first that will be all the amounts, the amounts received by respondent number 6 so far, either in respect of the retired benefits arising out of the service of late Alice Bharti,
Bathari.
shall be half of it shall be given by respondent number 6 to the petitioner. As far as the monthly pension is concerned, the same also, though received by the respondent number 6, she will give half of the same to the petitioner to ensure that the petitioner gets the half share, full stop, to ensure that the petitioner gets half share of the monthly pension and other retired benefits already received, or if yet to be received. The petitioner will give her bank account number to the respondent number 6. And the respondent number 6 shall inform the concerned bank in whose account, concerned bank with whom the respondent number 6 is maintaining her account, through which she is receiving the retired terminal benefit, retired terminal pensionary benefits, so that the bank, on receipt of the details, on receipt of any amount in the account of the respondent number 6, shall automatically transfer half of the amounts received or receivable, or which will be received in favor of the petitioner number 1 to the account which will be furnished by the petitioner.
In respect of pensioner only, if I deposit my personal money, that also half they will transfer, that it will get chaos. But only in respect of.
Full stop. Of course, the bank will also ensure that this direction is only in respect of such amount received on account of the deceased Alice Bhattari towards his terminal pensional benefits, not to any personal amount which may be deposited by the respondent number 6 on her account. Full stop. It also made clear that it is the duty of the respondent number 6 also to inform the bank as to the amount which have been received from the authorities towards the pensionary oblique terminal benefit towards the terminal oblique pensionary benefits of arising out of the service of Elias Bhattari to the bank, so that the bank duly transfers the same to the account of the petitioner number 1. Full stop. Anything you want to say?
My lord, the counsel of the
If I
petitioner will also
furnish
give
the
the bank
bank details, that can be perhaps incorporated in the order, so
Yes.
they can be direct direction to the bank. That would be
Yes, yes. No,
easier.
we are going to do that.
Give the
Full stop.
bank-
I'll furnish it right
Yes,
away.
yes, yes.
So instead of
Yes, yes. Full stop.
State Bank of India,
Ah.
half long.
It has been submitted at the bar that the respondent number 6 is presently maintaining an account in the Bank of
SBI, I'll give the detail.
in
SBI branch
so and so, in account number so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. Copy of this order may be furnished by both the parties to the manager of the bank, so that the aforesaid terms and conditions mentioned arrived at between party which forms part of this order is duly complied with by the bank as regards the money which is received or will be received by respondent number 6, which is to be transferred in equal proportion to the petition number 1's bank account. Full stop. Anything else?
My lord, there was a personal loan of the deceased amounting to 6.5 lakhs with interest.
It also made clear, it is made clear that the aforesaid arrangement is purely in respect of the retiral oblique terminal oblique pension benefits of the Elias Bharti and nothing to do with any other amount, personal amount which may be deposited or deposited.
My lord, not deposited. My lord, what has happened?
Okay, deposited. Further, this arrangement shall not affect the half share of the petitioner in respect of any liability
No, my lord.
of the respondent number 6 towards the bank.
No.
Then?
That has
Not
already
me.
been deducted.
My lord, deceased husband took a loan of 5 lakhs and not.
Okay.
With interest, it
Okay.
has come 6.5 lakhs. No,
11
bank
se-
is
okay.
holding that money
Okay.
out of this fund.
It is also submitted that the deceased husband had taken a loan of rupees
My lord, now 5.5 lakhs, it has now come to around 6 lakhs.
taken a loan and now the amount due is about
6 lakhs. I think it will be more 6 lakhs on 8/2/2022.
6 lakh. No, give the details you have to give. 6 lakh on 8/2/22,
2022, bearing loan account number.
which shall be deducted from the account, huh?
That the bank would do the needful.
Which shall be and the bank will be competent to deduct the said amount from the retiral benefit from the retiral benefit, retiral oblique terminal benefits, oblique pensionary benefits, which may be received by the respondent number 6.
But normally the bank can't deduct it. But since the money has been deposited, we
Okay.
are doing because PF gratuity can be.
Okay.
taken as a
Okay.
liability.
Okay.
Later,
Okay. No, however, it is made clear that bank also cannot, without due process, deduct any amount. But we don't know what is the agreement was
No, my lord, since it is a personal loan,
personal
The,
loan, but he might
but-
have given the guarantee,
No.
personal guarantee.
but this money is on respect of pension, provident fund and gratuity. They are not liable.
Okay, likho, we also made clear that if there be any liability of the said Elias Bharti towards the bank, no deduction shall be made towards that without following the due process of law. For some next para. Under sanction, we close it with the above terms and we place on record our appreciation of the efforts made by both the council, Mr. So and so, senior council, Mr. Kaur, as well as Mr. Monto, in resolving this long pending, long dragging dispute between the two ladies. All interim orders passed earlier in any of the applications filed shall stand merged with this order, final order passed today.
Deeply obliged.
Deeply obliged.
Deeply obliged.
We must thank both of you also because see, these are
We had to.
very difficult. See, these are court roles very limited. When you go strictly by law, somebody will always go a bit with a very heavy heart.
Right.
That happens especially in matrimonial dispute, especially
If
two wives.
Well, if he succeed in this petition, then I will not get anything. If I succeed, he will not get anything. Better it's.
I hope both your common husband is sitting and looking both of you merrily, happily. Huh?
This is
Not
the, this is the best Valentine gift
if
for them, both of them.
Very grateful.
For admission, item 3.
Prakash Gogoi. What is this Prakash?
The
Gogoi?
position of the land has not been given.
Position has not been given. What is this bank? UCO Bank. Yes, what is this?
Your lordship, further 2 weeks time may be given to me. Because
My
we
lord,
have already obtained
I
section.
pray, my lord, that 2 weeks time maybe a last chance, my lord.
No, what is this 2019 matter? You have
19
challenged
my
what?
lord, my lord.
You have challenged what?
We paid the amount to the bank, my lord, on auction, we have purchased the property.
Oh,
The property has not been given to us.
what is this? You are using that. You pay rent to him.
Your lordship,
You are on commercial rent. Commercial rent.
your lordship, what
You are not authorized. You want to enjoy.
your lordship,
My lord,
there was some
In
civil
fact,
suit.
Sin peruse the application. Deputy to maintain law and order, possession mortgage property. Who you have purchased this
I purchased long back, my
Long
lord.
and it belongs to whom?
It belongs to some other person, my lord, because on surface act, my lord, they have taken possession.
Okay.
So,
Then they have auctioned it
they have auction.
and have taken money from you also.
My lord.
And you are not handing over.
Yes, your lordship.
Why so?
Because some civil suit has been filed by the respondent number 4, your lord.
Who
Who is
responsible
the
for?
borrower to the bank.
So the bank will recover from him. The respondent number 4 will recover from him, make him a party, but give him now that property.
Yes, your lordship, it is almost completed. Your lordship. All the
You give him and you fight for him. He is not responsible for that.
Yes, we are fighting, your lordship.
You
We are,
fight, but you allow him to enjoy the property. What is that property? Is a
My lord, 6
Flat.
biga, no,
No,
it is, my lord,
it is a vacant plot of
vacant land,
cultivable land, my lord, 6 biga.
cultivated land. So let him cultivate wheat, rice, gehu, whatever it is, mustard, seed, whatever, or let him enjoy that fruit of that land. Let him plant trees, mango trees, guava trees. Why you depriving him?
No, your lordship, we are.
Regional owner
Uh,
who placed this land,
uh.
he is not allowing, he's already filed a suit, saying that he has.
Suit, is there any stay order in that civil suit?
No, your lordship,
Then?
suit is not stayed, but on the ground of that earlier.
So what? So
commissioner
the
has
suit
not-
will continue if there is no interim injunction.
Yes.
If there is no interim injunction, you hand over.
Now they have given us the permission to take we are in the process to take the help
Okay.
of
My
the.
lord, last chance, 2 weeks time may be granted, else, my lord, they have to refund the money along with interest. As
Yes.
directed by.
Refund the money, refund the money. He is interested in refund the money. If Mr. Lanet Sinha Council for the Penitentiaries, who is the auction purchase of the land, submits that the bank authorities have not handed over the property since it was purchased on
16, 18 to 2016.
13. Though it has been submitted by the bank that the earlier original purchaser has filed a suit, yet if no interim injunction has been passed by the trial court, we don't see any reason why the land should not be handed over to the auction purchaser. The auction purchaser submits that if the bank is not able to hand over property, they must refund the amount
Along with
with-
interest,
along with interest
my lord.
to the auction purchasers and purchasers. We find the same submission of Lanet Sinha to be absolutely reasonable. If the bank cannot hand over the property, they must refund the amount with what is the interest?
18% interest.
No, your lordship.
Bank, you are also living on interest. Give that interest also. Your whole existence of bank on interest. You do nothing except for interest.
2 weeks time may be granted, my lord, to them.
There will be interest. However, a last opportunity is granted to the bank to do the needful, either by hand over the property, auction property, or refund the amount with interest. This the matter again on give a date.
Your lordship may come up on 1st of March.
Okay, 1st of March.
Item number 4.
Pankaj Mazumdar. What is this? Yes, madam. Yes.
Lordship, the respondents have filed their affidavit. We
Respondents
will-
have filed a,
Affidavit, Lordship.
oh, what do you want?
Kindly grant us 2 weeks time to file a affidavit in reply, Lordship.
Okay. Miss, what is your name?
D.
Miss
Mohanto, Lordship.
Huh?
D. Mohanto.
D. Mohanto. I don't know why you don't want to mention your name. Mohanto is not your name.
Diksha Mohanto.
Ah, you say that. No. You don't know. No lawyer wants to say their name. They always say Mohanto, Gogoi, Das, Sinha. If you go to Manipur, you will only sing, sing, sing. Huh? Diksha Mohanto. Huh? Diksha Mohanto.
Yes, no.
Diksha Mohanto for the petitioners. Pray for 2 weeks time to file
Yes.
reply in affidavit. Yes. Let's up to Diksha.
Much obliged.
Item number 5 to 11.
Yes.
So these appeals filed by the revenue, the respondent has challenged the maintainability before the honorable court.
Okay.
But it may take up after 2 weeks.
Okay. On list after 2 weeks on joint prayer. Yes. Next.
Item number 12.
Punjab National Bank.
Yes.
Yes.
Lordship, I have taken the instructions from the bank pursuant to your lordship's last order.
Yeah.
Basically, after the conclusion of the inquiry proceedings, there were only 3 options available in terms of punishment to be imposed upon the charged officer. One is dismissal from service, which is a disqualification for future service,
Yes.
and removal from service, which is not a disqualification for future service, and compulsory retirement. So the bank took a balanced view. It took the middle way and imposed the punishment of removal from service. And it is not possible to impose the punishment of compulsory retirement because the entire effort of ensuring discipline in the institution that will be frustrated.
And
And it-
what what is this? What is the charge against him?
There are a
What
lot
is-
of charges. There were altogether 7 articles of
No,
charges.
no, but what effect? What is the cumulative effect of the charge?
One is the impersonation, the factum of impersonation, and one
He
is
impersonated himself.
yes, no impersonation. Article of charge 3.3. It had 17 subheads.
What is that?
Out of those, serial number 2 and serial number 16 were held to be proved. What had happened in case of serial number 2 is that one person had signed the account opening forms of 3 persons.
And he took the money.
He took the money.
He ran away.
Yes,
He
that
could not recover the money.
no, and all
How much?
those-
How much money was given?
that I'm not sure.
Just about 1 lakh, 2
I will
lakh,
have
1
to
crore.
look in,
Huh?
those will be available in the exhibits because the exhibits were
No,
produced.
no.
during-
What we are asking is because of these illegal acts, did the bank suffer any pecuniary loss?
No,
The pecuniary loss is not a charge. Pecuniary loss is not a charge.
Oh, this fellow, he came impersonating as a, as a loanee, came and applied, granted, he took loan, he vanished, or it was recovered?
No, the original borrower, he complained that he did not receive the money. And some impersonator, he had opened the account also. He had signed the account.
And
opening forms of
did that money who borrowed,
Yes.
did he return the money or no?
No. It was
So the money, he caused loss to the,
First of all, no pecuniary loss from the bank, your lordship.
how do you say that?
In the inquiry, but there is no pecuniary loss, your lordship.
If there is no pecuniary loss,
1 to
okay,
7.
fine, you punish him, but
Yes, sir.
what is the, and how many years you have served?
34 years. your lordship.
34 years. You
But
just
it's
wipe
a-
out slate, you wipe out this account clean.
No, the
Very
problem-
easy to.
The problem with the charge is that it's a scam of huge amount. And
Tell us
this
huge
application-
amount, that how much is the amount that you lost, the bank lost?
Nothing loss, your
Huh?
lordship. Nothing.
I don't know why you are
And
saying
your
huge
lordship,
amount.
1 to 7.
Because what has happened is that lot of the accounts, lot were opened in the name of people who put their thumb impression.
Correct, but then because of that opening of account through fictitious means, did the bank incur any loss? Or they were operating, there were ghosts. Some ghosts come, bhoot pret also come, and they open their account. They are not human beings, they are bhoot pret. But then, because of that bhoot pret, did you lose any money? That's a question.
The pecuniary loss is not one of the.
Then what
charges.
is the problem?
Pecuniary loss is not one of the.
So ask
charges.
him compulsory retired, say you cannot work, you yourself is a bhoot. We don't recognize you, but for the work you have done, you get it. I don't know why you're taking this.
What
Yeah,
they were
so
challenging.
many borrowers has come before the inquiry committee and they have deposed their debt. We have received the money, your lordship. And your lordship, 117, sir.
And the enquiry was set aside by the Lani Singles on what ground?
The view taken by the learned single judge was that it was a case of no evidence.
Then
But
if no
what
evidence,
we are challenging before your lordships is that under article of charge number 3.3, out of the 17 subheads in respect of serial number 2 and serial number 16, there were specific documentary evidences led by the bank, and those were exhibited into the proceeding without any objection. In fact, the charged officer, he accepts the genuineness and authenticity of those documents. In his written argument, he has said that those exhibits should have been sent for handwriting expert's opinion. Now, the Supreme Court has been categorically clear that in cases of disciplinary proceedings, it is not necessary to take the opinion of the handwriting expert, and it is not to equate it with a criminal trial.
but there's some that this disproportionate to your.
Yes,
some,
Lordship, article
no.
of charge number 4.
How did you get this, 4 lakh, 1 lakh, your sister, brother, sisters?
Lordship, I have forced unmarried sister. He has given explanation before the inquiry committee, Your Lordship.
She had come,
Yes,
she had
yes,
appeared.
Yes,
No.
For unmarried sister, his wife also a government servant. Your Lordship, they have gets handsome salary every month, Your Lordship, and he has pulled all this money in the same account, Your Lordship, and the account is the same branch, Your Lordship. And Your Lordship, 1 to 17 charges are the identical charges, Your Lordship, and 2 to 16 is not proved. Others are not proved, Your Lordship.
Lordship, why it has held to be not believable?
Charges are identical charges, Your Lordship.
Because the charge officer has examined 5 witnesses,
Yes.
but he has not examined his own sisters and own wife, on whose income he is relying to explain the deposit.
Were the original complaints not placed
Not
during
the
the course of the
No, the
inquiry?
original complaints were placed. There were altogether 62 complaints in respect of article of charge number 1.
But why is this learned single judge recording a finding that original complaints were not there?
Original complaints, Lordship, there were photocopies, but the five of the complaints
The complaints were furnished to the bank in original by the complainants.
yes, I'm not pressing article of charge number 1.1.
Hmm.
That is in respect of 1.1. I'm specifically on 3.3 and 4. Because these are different accounts associated with the article of charges.
You are supposed to rely on the inquiry
Yes,
pertaining to all the charges.
yes, but in respect of article of charge number 3.3, the originals were produced and those were exhibited in
What is the charge in article?
article of 3.3 is impersonation. In serial number 2 and 16, the factual case of serial numbers 2 is that one person named Uddin, he had signed the account opening forms of 3 persons and also the withdrawal forms.
What way he is responsible for that? Suppose a person comes, he signs Uddin 3 times. Is he personally responsible, or does it go
Yes,
through any verification process?
Yes, he is the branch manager, and in the account opening forms itself, the impersonation is there.
Okay, suppose, so is it your case that these people have borrowed the money and they vanished in thin air? Is it any case like that? No.
No,
What
there
happened?
there was an impersonator.
Correct.
There was an impersonator, but the actual borrowers in whose address particulars, with whose address and particulars the amount was taken, those have claimed that they have never opened an account.
Correct. So somebody has borrowed the money from your bank. Or was it?
Yes,
Was it simply,
that was the impersonator.
no, correct. Was it simply opening an account or drawing money from the bank?
Drawing money also. In the withdrawal forms also, the same signature is available.
No,
Which is there in
withdrawing money, his own money or bank's money?
bank's money.
Is a loan.
It's a Kisan cash credit scheme.
That's correct. So that is why we are asking. Because of that, some amounts could not be recovered because it was fictitious. Is it your case? No. Or it was returned?
No, it was never returned because it was an impersonator and that person was never found.
Okay, we'll hear this. Just a matter for hearing. Yes, next.
Item 13.
They need the word. Yes, next. Call for the records. You bring the records. The records. The records may be made available.
Inquiry proceedings we have annexed.
Okay. Mr.
Will
Lane
you keep the
Council.
original with you in
Keep
case?
the original, no?
Or the original documents.
Document with you.
Records.
Original records with you.
Those will be
agent?
very voluminous because the account opening forms, the withdrawal vouchers, all of them were produced during the inquiry. Those are not
Okay,
annexed.
okay, then we'll make it available agent required. You make it, keep it ready with you, keep it in your home.
Okay.
If the court says, well, we want to see this, like that, no, so what about, or not on bank, so that keep it. So that agent, when if the suppose the court wants to see,
Yes,
so that it's easily available, huh?
yes.
Hmm.
But the inquiry proceeding.
Whatever,
Huh.
the learned counsel for the petitioner will keep the records on ready for inspection of the court agent when required, huh? That's only keep it in the bank. Okay, next.
Date.
Directly review after 1 month.
1 month.
Yes,
Item 14. 13. Sorry, 13.
Pradeep Gogoi, what happened to Pradeep Gogoi?
Well, this correction of date of birth in the service book.
Okay, we'll. Hear it, you have retired from service.
Yes, now I am retired.
Are you getting some provision pension?
No, because of this, because 3 years, almost 3 years service has been deducted due to my
So-
retirement.
Okay, so you at least give before the, and how many years you have, sir?
Nearly 30 years.
Okay, mister, you give for 27 years service, then don't stop it. Likho hard Mr. Lane Council for the petitioner, House Lane Council, in this appeal, the order dated, what is the order?
Last page, my daughter, for 109.
Order dated 109. Order dated 33, 2022, passed in WPC number, seeking change of date of birth has been dismissed. It has been submitted that the petitioner, because of this, has not received any pension. Let the authority prepare the pension book in terms as per the records and pay the retirement and pensionary benefits to the appellant, which however we will not cause any prejudice to the petitioner appellant of his claim, so that and any such payment will be subject to the final result of this court. You keep paying now, huh? Don't stop it. In other words, the pendency of this appeal shall not be an impediment for the authorities to pay the retired pensionary benefits in favor of the appellant in terms of the records maintained by the authorities. Next,
Supplementary list for admission, item 30. Sorry, item 14.
Supiara. Yes, Supiara, what is this?
May please, your lordship. My lord, selection process was held in the year 2009, lordship, for the post of Anganwadi worker, lordship. And petitioner was present appellant was participated, lordship, and she got appointment on 4/1/2010 as Anganwadi worker. Page 61 is my appointment order, lordship.
Page 61.
Page 61, which was annexed along with the affidavit in opposition, lordship.
You are appointed as on
As
110. Then what happened?
at Narayanpur Part 3, lordship, Anganwadi Center.
Then what happened?
Then, lordship, after 4 years of my appointment, lordship, the present respondent number 7 filed the instant writ petition, lordship. And thereafter, lordship, although I have filed my affidavit in opposition, but at the time of hearing, my counsel was not present, lordship. As such, the impugned order was passed, lordship.
So what can be done?
Now, because, lordship,
You file a review petition because the council was not
no,
present.
no, lordship, the view which was taken, lordship, that I was appointed at Bisingsa Part 2. But in my appointment order, it is clearly seen that Narayanpur Part 3 is my.
Anyway, what has happened now? After this, after he challenged, then what happened? Where are you? You are in service or out of service?
Now, lordship, my pay was, lordship, stopped, lordship.
Why it was stopped?
Due to this order, lordship.
When this order was passed? 8/12.
Page 64, lordship.
You are still, otherwise you are still serving.
Still in service.
Okay, we'll issue note, admit, in the meantime, let her continue. And Mr.
NH Bolivian.
Issue notice in 3 weeks. Appellant to take step for service upon the remaining respondents. Ms. Bhattacharya express accepts notice on behalf of respondent number
Lordship, by
1 to 6.
1 to 6.
Appellant to take respondent number 7. In the meantime, the petitioner will be allowed to continue in her service as
Anganwadi worker at Narayanpur Part 3 Anganwadi Center.
And-
Lordship, there is a difficulty because already 2 months has passed.
Doesn't matter.
Lordship, whether any action has been taken or not, Lordship, that also I need to be.
Doesn't matter, even if you take, we'll state that any action taken subsequently will remain state and a applicant will be allowed to serve as so and so and be paid her salaries.
I love.
Till the next interval, till salaries, that's all. Salaries during the pendency of this appeal. However, since the order has been passed without hearing the respondent number 7, the respondent number 7 will be at liberty to file any application for modification of this order, if so desired. Yes.
I love.
Supplementary list for admission, item 30.
Before my lord, my learned can start, my lord, this writ appeal followed by the condonation petition. And my
Which
lord,
one?
We would like to, my lord, file our.
Item number?
Item number 30.
How many days condonation?
In 30, there is no condonation petition. It is 31. In 30, there is no condonation petition.
In 30, there is no condonation.
There is no condonation. No condonation.
In 30, writ appeal.
Yes.
We have served only.
Shivnath Singh.
Yes, your lordship.
And who are you?
Is the private respondent in
But
31?
I'm the
I'll come to
private
31 later, your
respondent
lordship.
who filed a complaint against illegal construction.
No, that is 31. I'll come to that, your lordship.
And in 30, what happened?
Yes, your lordship. In this case, actually, what happened, your lordship? The private respondent, he filed a writ petition before the learned single judge, stating that the residential building of the appellant was illegally constructed and there is some deviation and that should have been demolished, but the respondent authority were doing nothing. So that was against the inaction he appeared. The present writ appellant in the capacity of respondent number 5 appeared in the writ petition. And after his appearance, a joint field verification was ordered by the learned single judge and a joint field verification was carried out. But thereafter, before the appellant hearing could file an affidavit in opposition, he was not present before this honorable court on twice on 2 occasions. So the impugned judgment was passed, your lordship. If your lordship may kindly
By the impugned judgment, what has been directed?
it was directed that as per the field verification report, the respondent authority should carry out the yes,
demolition.
and accordingly, a demolition order was passed.
Then,
After the demolition order was issued, the appellant came to know that there is that about the judgment, impugned judgment. So immediately he approached this honorable court again by way of a writ petition, challenging the field verification report and the demolition order.
okay, then.
And a review was also subsequently filed because he could not appear in the original writ petition, your
Correct.
lordship.
Then,
Both the review and the reapplication of the
no, why you could not append the original writ petition?
lordship, I have
What-
stated the medical grounds, your lordship. Actually, what happened for
Okay, very well. Okay, you are not hard, in other words.
Yes, that is why I
Why-
have filed a review.
was notice served upon you at that
Yes,
time?
yes, I had appeared. I had
Okay,
appeared.
anyway, so review was filed, then what happened?
Review was
After
dismissed, your
that?
lordship.
You were dismissed. Now you are before us.
This writ appeal is not against that dismissal of the
And
review
this appeal
petition,
is against which order?
because I had to file another writ petition
Uh,
challenging the field verification report and the demolition order.
So that you
That
are,
writ petition was dismissed
uh,
on the ground that the review was dismissed, your lordship.
okay.
So everything will be clear.
So what do you want today?
The stay of the demolition order. your
Okay,
lordship.
very well. Who are you, mister?
My lord, the both cases are interconnected.
No, doesn't matter. Who are you?
My lord, I am the complainant.
Who, why, what are you complaining what?
My-
Never.
I am-
Never,
yes,
your
my
lordship.
lord.
Never.
my lord.
So he's making building contrary to the bylaws.
My lord, and that.
And it is creating problem for you.
My lord.
If there is an earthquake, it will fall on your house.
He is
Okay,
not
very
the
good.
owner of the land.
And who is the government?
Comedy.
Government, you allow these people to construct beyond their permitted? What is that? Is anything like that? Have you started a demolition? Have you started a demolition?
Yes, yes, they have asked us to remove, but there was some delay in filing.
What was to be removed?
A portion of the building, your lordship. That is not possible. It's a residential building, your lordship.
No, when you say portion of the building, is it tin shed or is it a concrete wall? Or?
Side setback.
Huh?
Side setback, man.
Your
Right?
lordship, no.
Side setback, man. Setback.
No, the shade I have already removed. The
Ah.
tin over the shade I have already removed. Even though my case is that there is no deviation at all, but since because of this litigation and the orders, your lordship,
You
I
are
had
very
to
fond of entrustment, something.
no,
like
not
that.
at all, your lordship. In fact, he's not the owner of the land. He's not the owner of the land. And the deviation will, there was no deviation. This is my case. I can verify, your lordship.
Anyway,
show it.
anyway, we'll examine all this.
Yes, your lordship.
How long you have been encroaching, making this
No, I have
deviation?
been encroaching, your
Okay,
lordship. I
how
can show
many-
that on papers it is there.
And for how many days you have been in that condition? How many, when it was constructed, your unauthorized construction?
Lordship,
When it was, according to them, you had constructed unauthorizedly since when?
at 7/8 after 7/8/2021, I have started the contract.
Oh,
No, my
21.
lord, permission was granted 2021 and
Hmm.
thereafter they have carried out illegal construction.
No.
And thereafter, once we approach before this, even pendency of this writ petition, my lord, inspection was done. Despite of that, my lord, they carried out further construction. Lordship just look into for a moment.
Page 68, your lordship. Page 68,
180.
my permission is at page 68, your lordship. The date will reflect, your lordship.
Detailed inspection report.
7/8/2020.
Let us see that inspection.
My lord, 180.
Field verification, your lordship.
Uh-huh.
If your lordship may kindly come to page 66 first, then it will be clear, your lordship.
The
Page
field
66.
verification.
Field verification, I'll show you, your lordship. At page 66, there is a Mondal report. Just
Page
one
six-
sentence. Yes, page 66.
Yes,
This is the Mondal report
yes.
because I had applied for renewal. Your lordship will see the date is 12/4/2021.
Mm-hmm.
After this report, renewal was granted and thereafter I have constructed, your lordship.
What is that? Yes,
Yes, the first paragraph itself, the last.
You say that you have not made any construction.
I have made construction.
You have construction, but it was within that permission.
Yes, there is no
Ah,
deviation.
So what is the deviation
Yes,
according to them?
that I am showing, your lordship.
Show us.
This is the last sentence I am reading, your lordship.
Yes,
Third from top line.
yes,
On measuring, third from bottom. On measuring the land on the western side after leaving 20 feet from the road, I have found a measurement of 55 feet in place of 58 feet on the petitioner side. So earlier there was 58 when the initial permission was granted. Now during 2021, he found 55. So 3 feet encroachment was on my land.
Hmm.
My land was reduced. They have encroached my land, your lordship. That is why they have been avoiding the demarcation. I can show everything. They will always object for demarcation, your lordship. And these are demarcation also they have objected. But this, so, and now if your lordship may kindly come to a field verification report, your lordship, at page 91.
My lord, may I point out?
My land they have encroached and they are not even the owner of the land.
My lord, kindly allow me for only 1 minute, my lord, 118, my lord. He is referring about letter 24/2021 and inspection was done, lordship 118.
I'm coming to that, your
On
lordship. Let me,
29th,
you will get your chance. Let me finish. Your lordship, may kindly come to page 91, now the field verification report.
Why is not referring about 118 page, my lord?
Page 91, your lordship, the field verification report, which I have challenged. At page 92 of the field verification.
91 is a field verification report.
91, yes,
91.
which I have challenged.
What
This
that
is the root cause of the entire litigation.
Sure, yes. Field
At page 92, your lordship,
Yes,
two drawings are there. The drawing on the upper side is 2011 of 2011 when I got the permission. Your lordship
site
will-
plan, the upper one.
Yes, upper one.
And
is
then?
of 2011.
Ah,
Your lordship, in 2011, your lordship will see on the southern side at the topmost
yes,
the shape of the drawing, your lordship.
yes.
And now, if your lordship may kindly come to the other drawing of 2022,
Yes,
as on date, your lordship, there is clear encroachment on my land, your lordship, on the southern side. 3 feet, your lordship. The shape itself has changed.
and he's staying which side?
He's saying on the southern side. So he
Southern
have
side.
encroached. Yes,
You're also a resident of the sun.
yes. And he's not the owner of the land. He is owner of only a building over that land.
All disputes are to be dealt with by the.
But these are civil disputes. I am not on that, your lordship.
This honorable court.
If there is encroachment on my land, I will have to file a title suit. That I am aware, your lordship. But my case is that there is no deviation at all. Because he has encroached my land, now the construction is not as per drawing of 2011. This is my case, your lordship.
My lord, make my submission.
Very clear, your lordship. And one more thing, your lordship, the demolition order,
There is no boundary between the two plots of land.
there is a boundary, your lordship, not a concrete wall, your lordship.
Hmm.
That is why.
I think you are neighbors.
We are
We are
neighbors.
neighbors.
We are neighbors. And we are not disturbing, your lordship. We are doing nothing. We are in our land. It's not a case, his case that we have encroached his land.
I don't think you go out together for a walk or
Not
something.
at all.
All the time
Not at
fighting.
all.
Eh?
Not at all, your lordship.
Lordship,
We don't
Walk,
even have eye contact.
exercise together, walk out together. You see the beauty of the nature.
Yes,
You'll forget all these things, small thing, and don't bother this court also with this small thing. Go out. We'll direct you to go out in the morning.
yes, your
Walk.
lordship. Definitely.
You go for a walk, morning.
Yes.
Are you willing to
I'm-
walk with him? No, you don't
Yes,
want to walk.
I'm
You will
happy to-
start
I'm happy
fighting.
to walk.
Huh?
Lordship, direct in the return, my lord, definitely we are bound to work, my lord.
Without direction also, I'm
Lordship,
happy.
may- Lordship, kindly point out only one thing, only 1 minute, by 118, lordship.
Huh?
Page 118,
118.
only.
Yes.
Lordship, just see that after the order passed by the Honorable Court, the side verification was.
We'll refer it to Lok Adalat tomorrow. Lok Adalat, you go to Lok Adalat. You decide. These are not cases for this. All people are waiting for their matrimonial disputes, monetary, and you are fighting all these two rich men, trying to, neighbors, two rich neighbors. We are not landless people. Somebody is more greedy. I don't know who is greedy. That we'll find out. But we can't, there is no law of greed to decide the greed measurement. There is no barometer for measure the greediness. Otherwise, we would have disposed of the case. A barometer, thermometer, no, to measure the temperature. There must be some thermometer to measure the greed.
Yes.
And immediately we decide the case. Unfortunately, we don't have that thermometer with us.
Lordship,
And because of this, we are 5 minutes, 10 minutes we are spending. Just because two persons there.
I understand
It's
your
not a
lordship,
case
because
of proof
this is my
of
residential
he's
building, that
having
is why I'm
a
before your lordship.
My lord, during pendency, Lordship, just 118 more, my lord, only 1 minute. 118.
We are not passing the order. You go out every day, walk together, and the matter will be after 1 month, and we'll see whether it can be resolved. If it can't be resolved, then we pass orders.
My lord,
Okay.
The demolition.
Okay. Status quo is on regard the demolition till the next day. Till the next. You have issued notice in this, Shivnath?
No, today is the
Notice.
first.
You are paying. Our Mr. Land Counsel for the appellant also issue notice written over 3 weeks. Mr. accept notice on behalf of
I'm
respondent number
responding, my lord, respond number 6, my lord.
and also madam for respondent number.
Government, my lord, all I think.
All are respondent,
Except 6.
All, your 6, all are, you take except, So matter will be listed after 3 weeks,
Your lordship, the demolition order is suspended, your lordship.
Yes,
Yes.
no demolition, demolition till the next date. The respondent number 6 will file his response. And after, and as to whether the demolition should be continued, or the stay on the demolition should continue or not will be considered.
Yes, your lordship.
Full stop. Don't write. You go every day.
Lordship,
Unwritten order, go for walk in the morning. Go, is there some temple or do you both belong to Hindu or what?
yes,
Go to some temple nearby.
lordship.
For mental
And,
peace, my lord.
mental peace. And you come back by the time you can dispose of the repetition.
But,
Amicably.
one thing,
Amicably.
my lord, it's a crystal clear, my lord, that now in what happened, my lord, that every builder now taking the law in hand, my lord. They are
Correct. That's a, this is a problem. You don't do it. You allow this. You are the one, you are the culprit. Because you don't monitor, you allow this fellow to build.
And afterward,
Then later on, somebody files an application and demolish.
and they support.
You are the one, you don't supervise. You don't supervise. All kind of constructions are going on in this city.
My lord, there is a very panic, my lord.
Correct. You must take more proactive action.
Now, I think they now want to take action against that particular, my lord, violator, my lord.
And if it will be better, if you think yourself, Mr.
Lordship,
Planet Council,
lordship.
if you think that we have, more, if you concern more than you yourself do it, that will be better for you.
Yes, I have removed the
You
thing, your
remove
lordship.
whatever you think is beyond what is
Yes.
permitted.
Yes,
It will be good for yourself.
But that
Yes.
Your lordship.
observation, other one.
There's another matter, your lordship, related, please.
Step 31.
item 31.
What is this? You also Shivnath. You are
I'm-
Shivji.
Shivji, your lordship.
Shivji is a renouncer.
I'm not, in fact,
Shivji
my
is
wife is not demolished, your lordship.
Shivji is known for his renouncement.
Your lordship.
Renouncer. You are
And
acquirer.
And also for demolition and
Hey,
destruction.
you should change your name.
My lord, Nilkant for my lord.
Huh?
Nilkant.
Nilkant, yes. And you should change your name.
Lordship,
I for how many days? Delay?
64 days.
Huh?
64 days.
How much you are going to pay to the lawyer's fund? You are rich man, you can pay 5,000. You will
Lordship,
allow your
Lord-
condone your delay.
Lordship, the delay was because we were before the Lion Singh was in a review.
Doesn't matter. You are a
In a
rich
review-
man. You are a
in a
rich
review.
man. You can construct house. You in Guwahati. Very few people can do that. Tell us how much you will pay. Otherwise, we will not condone. Because he is going to object,
Lordship,
isn't it?
delay
going
is
to
not
object.
Delay is not objecting, your lordship.
Initially, I have made a prayer that I would like to find my response.
Respond because you want to object, na? But if he's paying 5,000, will you object? For the fun, welfare fund.
Yes.
Lordship,
Yeah,
already my
5,000,
client is.
5,000. Huh?
Lordship, 3,000, your lordship.
No,
kindly,
you
your
are a rich man. No
I'm
mercy.
I'm not, that is why I'm,
Har Mr. Lane Council for the Council for the respondent. The present I has been filed for condoning a delay of How many days?
64 days.
See, we have perused the ground. However, though it has been also this also has been object by line of counsel for the respondent. Having perused the ground and also considering objection raised, we are the view that it will meet the interest of justice if the condonation is allowed subject to payment ₹5,000, which however will be deposited in the account of lawyers. What welfare?
Welfare fund.
Welfare fund.
Number one.
For final discount next day.
No, this writ appeal will have to be numbered, your
The
lordship.
number, this the matter, yes. Next week after registration, yes. I had disposed of.
Right, lordship.
Daily list for orders, item 15.
May it please your lordship.
Item 15,
1-5.
1-5, yes.
My lord,
I have for what? This Lilima Begum?
I 445 is a leave to appeal.
Leave to appeal. Why you want to file leave to appeal?
Because I was not made a party and there was an interim order passed on 8/2/2009.
Oh, how you are agreed?
Agreed, my lord, the petitioner was dismissed from service. She challenged her dismissal order. During the pendency of the writ petition, there was a selection made and I was appointed. I was not made a party.
Oh,
So my lord, that selection was also not challenged. I already joined the job. Then thereafter, my lord, I filed a review application. Review was rejected. So I came before this honorable court. The honorable court pendency of the
you are Lilima Begum.
my lord, pendency of the
And the Falura Khatun challenge your appointment.
no, he challenged her dismissal order without making us a party. Because pendency of her
No, who was dismissed from service?
she was dismissed from service.
Falura Khatun. So she was dismissed from service.
Ma'am.
Obviously, she will challenge that.
Challenge, but-
Why should she
but
make
during
you a
the-
party?
During the
During
the pendency,
Huh.
there was a selection procedure and I was selected in
Oh,
her.
I see. Oh,
So I should have been. better.
Uploaded to my post.
whatever.
Yes.
Correct, wrongly, according to it was wrongly.
Yeah.
But here shows that this
What I'm saying,
Lilima has come in the picture.
no, this petition is not maintainable because similar petition has already been filed before the learned single judge, my lord, for grant of leave, my lord. That was rejected, my lord. That I am having that copy, my lord. Yes, suppressed.
Anyway, you file your objection.
Yes, lordship. I am
Okay.
very allowed.
Mr. Rane counsel for the applicant. You are appearing for whom?
I am for the opposite party number 1, my
Okay. Mr. What is your name?
P.B. Majumdar.
Huh? PB Mazumdar appears on behalf of respondent number 1.
Yes.
Srimati Falura Khatun.
Follow that.
Yes, and also Mr.
And thus for
For the remaining respondents. Mr. Mazumdar, please some time to file objection to this application. Let him file, let him do so. How long you want? How long you want?
4 weeks.
4 weeks to file objection, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks granted to file objection. Yes, yes, next.
item 16.
Protima Kemprai. What is Protima Kemprai?
16 lordship.
Yes,
16 that day, my lord says.
this IFO what?
Lordship, kindly take up the matter after some time. The seniors have to come, Lordship.
As per lordship's direction, lordship, our authority of CISF extended over the order copy,
Huh,
order copy passed by lordship.
huh.
We
They have served the
also-
notice? No. Okay. Now, you are now appearing. Very good, see. In India, you see, when danda is used, then people respond. Otherwise, they don't bother.
Well, what happened? The order was communicated.
Whatever is no problem. Since you have appeared, we thank you and we will proceed.
Copy is not given.
Yes, you give a copy. Miss, what is your name?
MSN Barwa, Lordship.
Rane counsel for the applicant. Mr.
Be below,
Ibore appears on behalf of the respondent number,
sole respondent.
sole respondent. Okay. We place on record appreciation or assistance rendered by Mr. Gogoi. Gogoi in ensuring presence of the respondent. Okay. Then because since respondent has appeared, you will file your objection to this what?
Yes,
What?
my lord, to the IA, my lord.
I is for what?
IA for condonation day.
How many days?
58 days, Your
How
Lordship.
many days?
58 days, Your Lordship.
58 days. What are you doing? Who are
Lordship,
you?
I'm for the applicant side, Lordship.
You are a lady.
Yes, Your
I-
Lordship.
You are asking for what?
Lordship, the applicant was not well. She was having some female problems as well.
Are you working or you are not working? Unemployed?
Lordship, these things I don't have the copy in hand, Lordship.
My lord,
now.
what happened?
Like my
He has
senior
got the
coming.
alimony.
No, no, you know this Protima Kempra, is she working or not? Is she
I'm not
unemployed
aware
or
of this,
employed?
Because
Huh?
my senior knows better about
Okay,
this.
and you are working,
I'm working as constable in.
and why you want to object this 43 days? Tell us
No, no, my lord, what is that, my lord? I'm objecting to the order, my lord, last order of this court.
what?
It was passed without hearing, my lord.
Okay, we'll recall all those orders. Don't worry.
Yes,
Now
my lord,
this
it is
43 days.
43, my lord, we'll
Uh,
submit a small affidavit.
What affidavit? What affidavit?
Affidavit regarding certain, my lord.
What happened? What is that 43 days?
My lord, your
Ah,
lordship may
appeal.
recall this order and.
I will, yes,
and
yes,
they
yes,
will
yes, yes, yes. So we'll allow the application, okay.
But this order, earlier order, my lord.
Okay, earlier order, okay, hand miss, yes, when shall I counsel for that? Also, I counsel for the respond, likha hai, appear, huh? Mr. has submitted that the order passed on 3/2/2023 was based on submissions made by the counsel for the applicant without proper substance. And it is incorrect to say that the petitioner had been avoiding process of law. Full stop. Accordingly, we accept the set.
Lordship, my
and-
senior will be coming.
Oh, please don't. You don't know what is happening.
Don't
Yours-
if you are not posted. Why don't you have the brief? Have the brief at least.
You should come. You have some packet in your. What is that?
Yes, Lordship, but that.
What is this packet? Your plastic bag is there. What is it? Tell us.
Lordship, different certified copies are there.
Different certified copies, and you didn't bring your copies. What is this? You are a lawyer. You are not a lawyer's clerk, advocate clerk, Nikki. No, you are not advocate clerk. You are putting a black coat, white band. You are a lawyer, advocate. Why do you carry on these plastic bags? I thought you are going to Kasari Ghat for purchasing fish. You go to Kasari Ghat, no fish, no, with a plastic bag. Anyway. And Mister?
I am a bit late.
No, you please sit down, no problem. And Miss so-and-so, huh? Accordingly, we recall that we recall the order dated 3/2/2022 as regards his avoidance. Be that as it may, since he has appeared, we have heard on the issue of delay of condoning delay in condoning 48 days, huh? How many days?
54 days.
54 days.
Yes, my lord.
We have considered, though Learned Council has wanted to file objection to the same, however, considering that this is a matrimonial case and the reason assigned appears to be satisfactory to us, we condone that. And also, are you working, the wife working or no?
No, my.
Okay, and considering the fact that the applicant is a woman who has no source of income, we allow this application and condone a delay so that the main matrimonial appeal can be taken up. IA is accordingly disposed of. Let the MA matrimonial appeal be listed next week after registration.
Call for the all records, man.
Call for the record. For that will be only when it is admitted, no?
Yes,
my lord, we have-
After that will be listed.
Only, my lord, XT may be directed for.
Yes, yes. When this is showing the name, be listed again by showing the name of Mr.
We will.
V. Borua for the sole respondent. Yes. Okay.
Appeal member may be directed to the.
Learned Council for the applicant will furnish a memo of the appeal to Mr. Barua for the respondent. Please furnish.
After 2 days, 2 weeks, man.
After and next week after 1 week.
1 week.
This after 1 week.
Okay.
Yes, next.
For hearing, item 17.
Item
17 for hearing.
Nandita Sinha, what happened to you?
My lord, we seek liberty before this court to file an additional affidavit.
And who is the other side? Chakraborty, why did dispute? Tell us 2017. You have been fighting till now. 5 years you have been fighting. What is this about?
In fact,
Who are you? You are the husband. Why you are not paying anything?
It's not that.
Did you marry her?
Challenge the decree of
My lord, we are challenging the impugn order passed by the family court.
What is that family court order? Page?
Page 23, annexure C, my lord.
And what is the direction issued by the family court?
My lord, to pay us an amount of rupees 4 lakh as permanent alimony and rupees 6,000 as monthly maintenance.
Huh.
My lord, when we had filed this appeal, that time his salary was 50,000 per month.
Oh,
Now, my lord, his salary gross amount is around 91,000.
and he's getting only 6,000.
My lord, he is paying us only 6,000 and that permanent alimony money also we have not taken.
What is he doing?
My lord, he is a BSF employee, border security.
BSF.
BSF.
Allowed on a common ground, cruelty in desertion. Filed by the petitioner. Petitioner in that case was the husband.
My lord, the divorce petition they have filed.
They have filed.
For the honorable.
So you inflicted cruelty on the husband.
My lord.
You are a woman and you
My
are
lord,
cruel to the husband. Huh?
My
What
lord,
kind of cruelty is that?
My lord.
Any para? We don't want to. We may not read aloud, but let us see the cruelty, the nature of cruelty. I think this. Are we allowed to live stream this family dispute? No, please shut it off.
They are aggrieved by.
Lordship,
Yes,
it will take some time because they have challenged the virus of this.
If it's going to take time, then
Next
please,
week, my lord, hearing date.
don't say next week
Next to next, my lord.
or next week.
24th.
Okay, 24.
After 25th.
Okay,
But
24.
Any date after 22nd.
Okay, give a date, whatever.
Okay, my lord.
24th.
24.
On June 12th, list on 24. Yes.
Item 19.
What is this?
Lordship, here rule 12 of the Assam Medical Colleges rules 2000.
But your opponent is not, okay, since no one is present for the petitioners, this is a matter of 2 weeks. Though Mr.
The Upamanu,
Upamanu, standing counsel,
Health Department.
health department is present. Yes.
Item 20 and 21.
What is this? Robable Hawk?
This matter, lordship, I was the respondent in the petition,
But
lordship.
what is the issue?
Lordship, it's regarding the promotion, lordship.
Now, who is the respondent? And it will take time or what? Or
Sometime I'm waiting for the.
if it is going to take time, you know the case, you please tell us.
Lordship will fix a hearing
Okay.
date, lordship.
Okay, Tariq Beta.
That should be beyond, after 22nd. lordship.
Okay, give a date, whatever is
After
convenient.
2nd of March.
Much obliged, lordship.
Item 22.
Mukul Chandra Baisha.
Yes.
This will take time.
It will take time.
No,
Yes.
no, my lord,
It has
this is
been
not
hard,
the question.
Lordship.
He has took the adjournment as much as possible. My lord, I will make a very short submission. I have given the written argument also.
Both sides have given it.
Yes, lordship.
Okay, then next week.
It will take only 10 minutes time. my lord.
Yes,
from my
yes,
side.
yes. Next week.
Item 20.
Next week.
Next week.
My
Next
lord,
week.
my lord,
Next
actually-
week we'll hear it. Next week.
My
we'll hear
lord, actually, I wanted that case to be disposed by
it. Yes,
lordship.
we'll dispose it next week.
Lordship, it was very urgent.
We'll next week. We have rejected all prayers for next week except you. So we'll hear you next week.
Item 23.
PIL. Yes, what is this? Anything to be done?
Lordships, I was ready for a hearing, but I'll leave it to your lordships. The matter will be married after someday, your lordship. Will take some time.
Take some time.
No.
Okay, then
Obliged.
Next week.
This is death of prisoners in Gwalpara.
Yes, your lordship. Not just Golpara lordships, by way of judicial orders, now the entire state of Assam is being looked into.
Item 24 to 26.
Is one party, I think it'll take some time, my lord, this matter. And we have also, by instructed that there is one RTI which has been made. I think we have to bring that also. So it's some time soon
Okay.
can be given.
oh, this again.
After 2
Yes.
weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks. Item 27.
Lordship, this case, Lordship, this honorable single judge has directed us to issue original pass certificate.
So
Which,
you issue, what is the problem?
no, Lordship, for us, they have not appeared in the class 10
Oh, they did not appear at all.
appeared. So
What kind of certificate you want without it?
They
Relying
have
on a
annexed one, my lord, result sheet showing that the petitioners were absent in the month of October, November.
yes.
But the petitioner had appeared in the examination on March, April, but the results were not declared because they appeared with late fee, my lord. Subsequently, corrected results were out, my lord. So, and in the meantime, my lord, the petitioner again applied for appearing in the secondary examination for the month of October, November, and because the results were not declared, but in the meantime, the results were declared and they were declared fast, so they did not appear in the second time. They are showing this result. Your lordship may kindly see there, my lord, affidavit, additional affidavit dated. Your lordship may kindly see the.
Just a minute, just a minute, please. Okay, we'll hear you some other day, yes.
My lord,
Next.
this, my lord, short date, my lord, because they are playing with the academic career of two students, my lord. They have already passed
No,
LLB, and because of
They were
because of
directed
the
to
fact that they could not
collect the corrected
just a minute,
result.
let me finish.
Corrected result,
Could not
original.
produce the
So they could
original
not produce it.
secondary certificate. That is why they have not got the enrollment certificate. Your lordship may kindly see their
Okay, we'll
result.
fix another date, yes, please. Yes.
My lord, here I have filed the guidelines also. Your lordship may kindly peruse.
We will fix another
Yes,
date,
my
yes.
lord.
23rd February,
Yes, Khonindro Kolita,
28th.
Khonindro Kolita. Where is it? But nobody is there.
Yeah, my lord, but the issue is very important and only one issue, whether he was regularized in service in
Okay,
1983. That I have already,
okay, we'll hear again.
but my lord, yes, let me, my lord, very short submission.
Next week, all next week, Mr. Saikia's case, RC Saikia. next.
Lordship,
21 February.
my lord, maybe the last chance to them, my lord, because they are taking adjournment as many as possible. Last chance may be recorded, my lord.
Okay.
21
Next-
February. Item
next-
29.
What is the state of Mizoram? What is it?
Body, I have gone through it. Your
Gorkhas.
lordship is right. The permanent body has to take a decision. That's your lordship's view regarding Mendam as a separate issue. What your lordship said that you satisfy us regarding about the permanent body. The permanent body, your lordship is right. They have not taken a decision. They should have taken a decision. Now, whether it becomes a binding by judgment or Indra Swami judgment, my lord, in pursuance to that, a permanent body has been set up. Ordinarily, it should be binding. But there is again a rider which has been given. This was a question number 13 in Indra Swami judgment. Majority has viewed. They said that, my lord, where however the government does not agree with his recommendation, it must record the reason thereof.
So it is not
Yes,
binding.
my lord, it is
It's
not-
a
that's
kind of
all.
suggestive.
So, my lord.
So we can't issue a direction, but we can say that
Correct. No, your
yet
lordship-
let the permanent
Lordship
commission
can-
do its job.
Correct.
And it
correct.
is for the Mizoram government to consider it.
Consider and give a reasons order.
Yes, anything
Reason-
what you
And my
say.
lord can modify the order because that order last two paragraph.
What do you say? What do you say about it?
First of all, your say, the point which has been raised in this appeal, that was not the point which they have raised before the single judge, your lordship. Your lordship kindly see the readings
It's a legal
which
issue.
they have made before the single judge. They have not disputed anything about the permanent body's recommendation, your lordship. And the finding also that as they have not rejected.
Has the permanent body made any recommendation in your
Yes,
favor?
Yes, your lordship.
Then let the
take a
let
decision.
take a call.
Take a call and give
Yes.
reasons.
As per the permanent body, whatever decision they take, they may
They
take.
take, no, they have
No,
taken.
Not as per permanent body. The permanent body will have to be placed before the state cabinet.
Yes.
Cabinet will apply its mind and take a decision, agree or disagree.
Is it okay then?
But there
We
must
will
be
dispose it of in that
Yes,
manner?
I know, I have gone to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
judgment yesterday. 500 page judgment.
You are agreed
But
by
I have written down.
para 12.
Yes, question number 13, and we are agreed by 12 and 13. But your lordship can modify to the order, extend that your lordship can give a
Only 12.
direction.
Only 12.
12.
Now, shall pass, we'll say the shall consider
My
and
lord,
pass
I-
appropriate order.
Note them. I'll just give a note, it becomes easier.
Appropriate orders in
My lord,
Correct. So what we can say, the injurious shall consider and pass appropriate order.
pass
We
appropriate.
want the order, consider. And you consider
Yeah,
and pass
correct.
appropriate order.
Right.
Then you do.
My lord, you kindly see that. I bring the
So we have
500 page.
understood. We are,
Kindly see, I have given a bold letter, 847.
yes.
This what the learned single judge with great respect has not taken into 847, my lord. 847, kindly see, we are of, this is the direction given by the Indaswamy. We are of considered view that there ought to be a permanent body in the nature of commission or tribunal to which complaints of wrong inclusion or non-inclusion of group, classes and section list of other backward class can be made. Such body must be empowered to examine complaint of the same nature and pass appropriate order. Its advice opinion should ordinarily be binding upon the government. Where, however, the government does not agree with the requirement, it must record it within their law.
So this is the law. So we'll
All-
dispose it of in terms of this.
Your
Yes.
lordship may kindly see, there are 9, it is a full bench judgment.
Yes.
Different judges has given different opinion.
No. This is
These are
Indra
major
Swahani is the constitution
Majority.
bench.
And question number 13, all the judges
No.
has concurred, my lord.
Okay,
Question
you-
number 13.
Lordship may kindly come to paragraph 861 of that particular judgment.
861.
I'm just reading it out, your lordship may kindly.
861. Yes. Yes.
Government of India, each of the state governments and the administration of the union territory shall within 4 months from today, it was passed in the year 1992. Constitute a permanent body for entertaining, examining and recommending upon request for the inclusion and complaint over inclusion and under inclusion of list of other backward classes of citizens. The advice tendered by such body shall ordinarily be binding upon the government.
Correct. Shall ordinarily be, but still shall ordinarily be.
Yes.
But then still, the Honorable Supreme Court has given a small window open, kept it little bit. That if you don't, okay. If you don't, then give reasons. That is what this 470. 840. So we'll dispose of in that term. Huh? Okay, we'll
So
dispose.
yes.
Okay, hard
Lordship
Mr.
was- That day, I thought mandamus, that 12 I
Okay,
meant to say.
okay. Hard Mr. Learned Advocate General for the state. Hard also Mr.
And Sharma,
N. Sharma for the
respondent.
respondents. The present appeal has been preferred against order dated 8/6/2017 passed by the learned single judge in WPC number 188 of 2016, by which the learned single judge directed the respondent, the state of Mizoram appellant herein to pass appropriate order in terms of the decision of the permanent body dated 26/8/2011 regarding the Gorkhas as recommended by the said body. It has been pushed up. From the above, it is the issue relates to the inclusion of the Gorkhas settled in the state of Mizoram as other backward classes within bracket OBC in the state. We may not go in detail the background facts of the case, but suffice to say that the Gorkhas settled in the state of Mizoram were seeking recognition as other backward class, as part of the other backward classes in the state, so as to avail benefits given under various statutes, schemes, etc. It is also without any, there is no also dispute as regards the constitution of a permanent body by the state of Mizoram Home Department to look into this aspect. And in fact, the said permanent body made certain recommendation to include the Gorkhas settled in the state of Mizoram as OBCs with the conditions mentioned therein.
only for the purpose of benefit to the central government.
For the purpose of benefit, of employment, public benefit under the government of India.
Yes.
Full stop. And it is full stop. It is that the writ petitioners sought a direction from this court to enforce this the recommendation of the permanent body and accordingly learned single judge passed directed that the state government shall pass appropriate order in terms of the decision of the permanent body dated 26/8/2011 regarding the Gorkhas as recommended by the body. The issue, therefore, in our opinion, the issue will be clear if we reproduce para number 11 and 12 of the impugned judgment, which reads as follows. The learned counsel, Mr. Advocate General, Mr. Das, learned Advocate General for the state, submits that it has been held by the Honorable Supreme Court Indraswani versus Union of India, 1992 Suppli 3 SCC 217, that whenever any such permanent body makes a recommendation to the government, it would ordinarily be binding upon the government. However, where the government does not agree with the recommendation, it may do so, but with recording the reasons therefor. In this regard, Learned Advocate General has drawn our attention to para number 847, 859, of the Indraswani Supra, which read as follows. Full stop. Next para. From the above, it is clear that normally the recommendation made by the permanent body as regards inclusion or otherwise in the list of and other issues relating to the list of other backward classes will be binding on the government. However, if the government does not agree with the recommendation for any reason, it must record the reason and intimate so.
Yes.
Full stop. From the above, it is clear that any recommendation made by parliament body need not be ipso facto accepted by the may not be accepted by the state government. It is not binding, though it is ordinarily binding. It is not ordinarily binding. It is not that it has to be abided by the state government. And if the state government feels that it cannot comply with the recommendation, it must, however, record the reasons therefore. That is what we understand as the direction. We understand the direction as contained direction in several. Under circumstances, we modify the direction of the learned single judge by holding by direction mentioned in para 12 of the impugned order to the effect that, in view of the above, that the state government shall consider that the recommendation made by the permanent body would ordinarily be binding on the state of Mizoram. However, if the state of Mizoram does not agree with the recommendation, it must record its reason. It must record its reason accordingly. Accordingly, we modify the direction given para 12 as follows. Within court, in view of the above, the state government shall accept the recommendation of the permanent body of the permanent body.
Kindly, date may be mentioned. Taken on 26/8.
Body taken on 26/8/11 regarding the Gorkhas as members of the OBC. However, if the state government does not agree with the said recommendation, which is ordinarily binding, the state government must record its reason therefore. Full stop. With the above modification, we close this writ appeal. उसके पहले में hard also Mr. Learned Counsel for the subject.
one correction your lordship will make, it is 1992 supplementary 3 SCC page 215. I wrote 217.
Okay, 215.
215.
It will be
This is,
215.
yes, this is Indus-Swamy judgment 1.
Okay.
Indus-Swamy judgment 2 also, that factor also socio-economic. That
Okay.
your lordship will.
Okay, the number is correct, no? 1992 supply 3 SCC 215.
215.
Okay,
Rest is okay, man.
okay. Appeal is accordingly disposed of.